Hi there, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting evaluation. So if you're ready to start, young man, let's get after it. Okay, so let's see how you do when you get set up. Okay, so the first thing we got to do, young man, is we got to get you a wider base, a wider stance. Okay, you should be at least out to that far. Okay, what a wider stance does, it gives us the ability to swing harder and still maintain our balance in the batter's box. As a hitter, we need to be athletic in that batter's box. We need to be able to finish our swing and guard somebody in basketball, or shoot a jump shot, or catch a 100-pound rock, or a 20-pound rock for you. We need to be in an athletic position, and you're pretty narrow right there, bud, so we got to get you a little bit wider. Okay, so we want to widen that stance a little bit. Okay, so let's see what we do when we swing here. Okay, so what I see you do with your front foot, buddy, is I see you kind of open up your stance. Okay, so right now both your feet are on that white line, and then as you step on the other side of the white line. Okay, and what that does is causes a bunch of issues. And it's something we want to get you and Dad, or you and whoever's helping you with your hitting, to eliminate that as fast as we can. What that does is it opens up your front hip. Okay, and when your front hip is open, that leads to your front shoulder being open, your front side. And every hitter, from the little leagues to the major leagues, is always worried about opening up their front side too early. When hitters go into slumps at the higher levels, the high school, college, and professional levels, most of the time it can be attributed to their front shoulder coming off the baseball too soon. So when you step like you did there, that is going to predispose you to have your hip already open. So we've got to try to make sure that if our back foot starts like this, and this is the batter's box, let's say. Okay, so our back foot starts there, and we start with our front foot here, that when you go to take your stride, your timing step, that we stride straight. We don't stride this way, or we don't stride that way. We take that stride right towards the pitcher. And when that front foot lands, we want to make sure it lands just like that, parallel to the box on the batter's box. We don't want to open up this way for the reasons we just talked about. Okay, so there's a little bit of an idea of what we're trying to get him to look like in the batter's box. Okay, so we move forward. Let's take a watch another swing here. Okay, so like I said, you're pretty narrow. Let's watch your bat now, bud, and see where it goes. Okay, it's in a good position there. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, that position right there, buddy, is, look at that ball right on the barrel. That's pretty darn good for your age. I would say that's extremely good. So I wouldn't change the route you're taking from point A, your setup point, to point B, to the contact of the baseball, at all. I'd keep that right where it's at. And you have a nice little bend in your back leg, that kind of backwards C we're looking for as hitting instructors. That's really good. Okay, so I think if we can get you to widen your stance up a little bit, I think you'll find you'll have a little bit extra juice in that bat. From a standpoint, you'll be able to push that back knee down even harder, create more resistance from your backside to your front side, and when that you create more resistance, you create energy that flows up your body through your core, out through your hands into your bat into the ball. So let's watch and see what you do after contact. Wow, that's pretty darn good. Let's watch your finish. Okay, very, very good. If Dad's helping you, he's doing a great job with your swing and your finish. That's very good. So if we can get your setup fixed, you got a pretty good chance to be a good young hitter. There's that footing going across that white line. So that's really the biggest issue I see for you. And if you can get that squared away, and like I said, my youngest son Taylor, who plays at the University of Tennessee, he had an issue like that when he was young, and we just put some tape out in the garage where we wanted his back foot to start, and some tape where we wanted his front foot to start. Whoops. Okay. What's going on here? Try that again. There we go. And then where he wanted his foot to land when he took his stride, and he just took, about 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a night before he went to bed. He'd run out in the garage with his bat and stand there on the carpet and do his dry swings to make sure his foot was landing in the same spot. So, excuse me. So besides that, though, I mean, everything else looks pretty good. So I want to thank you guys for coming to ABC baseball camps, and we look forward to seeing you again next summer. Good night.